Condominiums can have a huge life force of their own. They can be an absolutely awesome investment or a huge mistake. Stick with me because today I'm giving you 5 huge buying condo mistakes. Let's go. Hey everyone, I'm Jamie Osby, a realtor in Calgary, Alberta with EXP Realty. If this is your first video, make sure to subscribe. I release new videos every Monday that are going to empower, inform, and educate you to make you a knowledgeable real estate owner. Also make sure to stay through to the end because I include some funny bloopers and often a freebie. Condominiums can have a life force of their own, and you really want to make sure that you have purchased a sound investment. You want to make sure that if things go wrong, that you're on the right side of the coin. So don't make these 5 condo buying mistakes. Number 1, and most important, is to do your research. And I'm not just talking a little bit of research. There are condo documents galore. There are things like budgets, financials, but most importantly for you are bylaws and meeting minutes, things that you can and can't do with your condominium. You also need to make sure that you're paying really close attention to the meeting minutes. Those are going to have hidden gems in there, like are there any special assessments coming soon? Now, a special assessment is a levy that the condo board will put against the homeowners to help pay for something that has happened in the building. So maybe a pipe burst and there was a whole bunch of damage, and now they've got to charge each unit owner $3,000 to fix that problem. Now, this may not be a problem for you, but sometimes these things can cost upwards of 50 grand. I've heard absolute nightmare stories. Another important thing in your condo docs are any kinds of restrictions. Are there move-in rules during your move-in time? Are there restrictions on the elevator or any fees that you're going to have to pay? Pay special attention to what kind of restrictions there are. What about a pet policy? Maybe you want to have a dog, or maybe you don't want to live in a building that pets are allowed at all. That's another item that you're going to find in the condominium documents. Another letter that not a lot of people pay attention to, but I want to draw light to, is the owner occupancy versus rental ratio. You definitely don't want to be living in a building that is 99% renters, or maybe they don't allow rentals at all. Understand what the rule is surrounding that. Okay, that was a really big number 1. I think that maybe could have been all 5 things already, but I have another 4 for you. Number 2 is not having a home inspection done. I think that a lot of people feel because oftentimes when you're purchasing a condominium, it's just a single level apartment and it won't have maybe a hot water tank or a furnace, and they think that it's not as important to have a home inspection done. But a home inspection can still turn up all kinds of things. Faulty windows, or maybe leaks within the building. They're going to check all those components, water pressure, all these kind of things that are still really important. It's usually less expensive to have a condo home inspection done, and it'll probably set you back somewhere from $300 to $350. Definitely worth the investment. Now, along with the home inspection comes a condominium document review. This is super crucial. You need somebody to go through all of those other items that I just listed above to point and flag if there's any concerns within that building. There's financials and meeting minutes and a giant review of the structure of the building. I mean, these are things that could take hours and hours if you read every single bit and piece. Hire a professional to go through this. They oftentimes already have buildings flagged, and they'll have insider information that we just won't be privy to. Mistake number 3 is buying a new condo and not doing your due diligence on it. It's almost more important to do due diligence when you're purchasing brand new. There's no condo board set up yet. The spade hasn't even gone into the ground. You've got to make sure you're with a reputable builder. You got to understand what your condo fees are going to be, and are they guaranteed, and how long are they guaranteed for that. Sometimes you get in there, the building's set, occupancy happens, and those condo fees can shoot through the roof. So really make sure that you're doing extra due diligence and make sure you understand what you're getting when you purchase a new condo. Mistake number 4 is not talking to people in the building. This can be the sneakiest, keyest way to get insider information on how that building is running. Remember, when you purchase a condominium, you're buying shares in a corporation. And who is going to tell you about all the nitty-gritty but other shareholders? They want to talk to you and tell you about whether they love it or whether they hate it. And believe me, they will tell you. Every time I have asked, people have been willing to stop and give me all the goods. Mistake number 5 is not truly understanding what parking spots and storage spaces come with the unit. Now, it is really important for you to understand the difference between owning your parking space and having it assigned to you. If you own it, you'll actually have a title for it in your own name, and you'll probably pay a small tax amount on it per year. Otherwise, it's probably just assigned to you by your condo board, and that can switch if the condo board decides to make a vote on it. So be really clear and understand the parameters around it. Also, make sure to ask the question if it's not on the listing, if there's others available. Maybe there's some out there for purchase, or maybe there's one included with the unit that the listing agent doesn't know about. So always make sure to ask the question and make sure you're clarifying and doing your due diligence surrounding that. Now, before I head out, I want to give you one more bonus piece of advice, and that is make sure if you're a condo owner that you're sitting on the board. You want to be part of every decision that is being made within your building and your corporation. This is your investment. You don't want to leave those decisions to other people. Condo ownership can be a great way to break into the real estate market. Sometimes it gets a bad rap, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with purchasing a condo, and it can be an absolutely sound investment as long as you do your due diligence. That's all for me today. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to watch my other videos in this playlist. There's some great tools and tips on all about buying and purchasing your properties. Click below for your downloaded freebie on how not to buy a lemon. Believe me, you don't want to. I have done it. Take care. Have a great day.